If you can hear me, if you can hear me now, please drop a comment. If you can hear me now, please drop a comment. Okay. Okay, please check again. Let's know what the problem is, where it's coming from. Okay. Okay. The audio now. Okay. Video cases is breaking. Um, I can hear you, but it's not so clear. Man, not so clear. Let me listen to this stuff on my phone and see. Can see if it's. I'm trying to understand what again is. Um, Let me know where it's coming from. Just hold on, guys. Okay. Just hold on, guys. Let me try to fix it. I need to fix it. Okay. Teacher K says it's better now. If it's better now, please let me know, guys. Let me know. Okay, I think it's clear now, guys. I think it's clear now. If it's clear now, please let me know. If you can hear me clearly now, please let me know. Okay, thank you. Destiny confirmed it's better now. Okay, that's beautiful. Okay, guys, good evening and welcome to today's class. I sincerely apologize for yesterday. My other PC, the one I used for the class, it was not available, so I could not come online last night. And this one has a little webcam issue that I've not yet fixed. Okay, and I the data was quite scattered, so I had to just call off yesterday's class. I'm really very sorry about that. I'm very sorry about that. Today I had a very busy day also. I went for something. I had a couple of clients I needed to meet for one or two stuff I needed to do. So I left my home in the morning, came back later this evening, and then I didn't really have so much time to try and know if I could resolve this issue. Besides trying to fix this, which is that eventually it may get things all messed up. So guys, we're working with this for today. You know, you can hear me, you can see my screen, but then unfortunately you may not be able to what's it called? You're not be able to see me. No, you won't be able to see me. So guys, yesterday I gave us an assignment and I want to go through those assignments now. I could easily mark assignments, on my own, just go through them, drop comments and everything. But I don't think it's as effective as doing it here live with you guys. Yes. So I'm gonna go through the assignments I gave you guys, starting from the first one. The first one is GJK assignments. Like I said earlier, the reason why I do this way is so that you could learn the mistakes you're making, see mistakes others are making too, and learn from it. That's the goal. That's the goal. If I don't give assignments, you will not know you're making mistakes. You will think all is perfect, whereas it's not. Yes. So I'm starting. Um, okay. I'm trying to share it with you guys. Just yeah, I think it's live now. Okay. No, okay. Now, first thing first, I believe everyone can see this document. I zoomed in enough. Remember what David told us. David told us. He said that when you come online and it seems as though you can't also call it, see very clearly that you should go to settings and change your image quality, change the video quality to something higher, maybe 480p, 720p, 1080p, depending on what you have. But don't try 1080p; it's going to consume so much data. Yes, try 480p, and if it's not good enough, then you can go to anything other than that. Okay, let me make this in the bigger. Now, in reviewing now, this is for okay. This space that precedes the D, there's a space here. That one space, you don't need this stuff, guys. This space here, struggling with, don't put space here. Now, next thing, the fungible, you see, you can see the quotation mark. It's a wrong quotation mark. It's pointing the wrong direction. If you can zoom in properly, you will see what I'm talking about. These are things you need to be mindful of. Now, look at the way the quotation mark is in non-fungible. It's correct. But the fungible, it's not. So, okay. Get. Now, I'm going to change this guy. Okay, no. Fungible and non-fungible are the words to look out for when NFC are mentioned. Fungible could be, now it's a passive voice. It's a passive voice. Well, let me note that. Fungible could be you offering a 10 charge, $10, a child $10 or two $5 notes. Now, let me say something very quick before I forget it. I was going to treat this stuff under common mistakes, but while we are this, let me just make the corrections here straight up. When you're writing things, when you're writing one of the styles of writing, I don't know what they call it. I can't remember the style. The title style exactly. But then this is the rule. Let me show the rule, guys. Okay. When writing numbers in your article, not in the title, that's not in the heading, in the body of the article, guys, know the difference. When writing numbers, not on the headings or titles or subheadings or whatever, I mean in the body proper, in the paragraphs, you should ensure that you write number 1 to 10 in letters. 1 to in letters. Why didn't you know? Get ONTHRA3. Write it that way in letters. Get. But then when it is above figure 10, when it's above figure 10, when it's above 10, write it as numerals. Examples are 11, 13, 20, and the rest. This is one of the rules when using numbers, guys. Now, when a number is starting a paragraph, when a number is starting a paragraph, write it in full, like write it as in letters. You get it? Suppose you're having something like let's say I told us now that 11, 12, 13, 20, 1 million, 1 million, you can write it out like as numerals. But if you're having something like 20 starting this paragraph, you say 20 men 20 men, yeah, 20 men came to the mall yesterday to buy bread and fish for Jesus' miracle. Yeah, Jesus on the come bread and fish to feed thousands. Okay, and 20 men came there to get bread and fish. Now, this is the point. This 20, although I said from 11 and above should be in numerals, this 20, because it is starting a sentence, it should be written in words. Oh, I think this is what I would write, not letters in words. Yeah, it should be written in words. Even if it's 11, don't write like this. If it's starting a sentence, write it as write it as 11. Now I'm showing this example, I'm giving this correction because of what I saw just now in GJK's work. Get, and that's why I had to show this stuff. Get, so we won't make the mistake subsequently. This is how you said fungible could be of a child, $10. So you can return this way. Or two, these two. $5. This is it. You get it. Guys, please note this stuff. Note this stuff. And the child decides to take the two $5 notes because it's double. But basic addition makes the value of both currencies the same, even though they are different in quantity. Non-fungible means an item that can't be substituted, meaning the item has a unique identity that makes it special and different. Imagine acquiring a digital artwork for $40 million, receiving a unique digital code known as NFT. Guys, let me precise this work constructively. You see, what CJ ended up doing here is to make us understand the difference between fungible and non-fungible, which is beautiful. But this introduction is not powerful. This introduction is not powerful, guys. Now, let me tell you why it's not powerful. You see, NFTs, I didn't give you guys keyword, yes. NFT was the center of the entire stuff, which you already have here. However, I feel it's what's it called? I feel it should wow us first with NFTs. NFT is a literally very new concept. It's a very new concept. It's a very new concept. Now, okay. I'll need somebody that I have a blog. I have a personal blog, and I need somebody that I would get to write a few articles for me on NFT and cryptocurrency. Yeah. So let's just I don't know if you are interested and the work is good. I may hire you for that particular job. Get NFT is something that is very, very new, and some persons have not really piped into it yet. So I want to go into it. I want to not really do NFTs. I want to actually just write about it and populate my blog with articles on it. So I'm looking out for somebody that is good. If I don't get anybody, if you think your article is good or on NFT, you understand the concept properly, you can just let me know. Okay? And now, so it should. What I expect us to do here is for you to wow us with introduction. Tell us how. Just give us something about about NFT that we just from the onset. Yes, you started this explanation you gave. It helps us very well, to be very honest, to understand how NFT works. But I think you could have started with imagine acquiring a digital artwork for $40 million and receiving a unique token, not an NFT. This one will like, okay, okay. It sparks up curiosity. Like I said, you need to get people in your introduction. You need to actually get, man. Introduction is like the focal. That's the first thing people see when they come to your into your article. Like in churches now, the first thing that people see when they come to what's it called to church is the ushers. So the NFT, the introduction is like the ushers. If you don't get it right in the ushering, you mess it up. Okay, David say something. How do you write numbers like 1 million? Now, perfect. I was going to say this and I forgot. For million, for billion, for trillion, write it in letters. For million, for billion, for trillion, write it in letter or even abbreviate it. You could write sign one, then M. You could write dollar sign one, then B. You could write dollar sign one, then C. You get. You could do it that way, but don't write 1 0 0 0 0 0 0. You understand? You could say a million. You could say 1 million. You could say numerals 1 million. Okay. Now I prefer the numerals 1 million because you will be putting a currency before it. You understand? You could put a currency logo or symbol rather, like dollar, euro. So you put the dollar sign, then the one as a numeral and million. I think that's the way to go about it. Thank you for bringing that to my knowledge. Okay. So as I was saying, your introduction needs to be very wowish, like bloody wowish. It's very important. Guys. Now, Chijoke, you did a good introduction. It is nice, like I said, but I feel you can be better. You can steal us. You can make us enchanted, literally. You understand? Okay. Now, also known as NFTs by the insiders. Okay. One more thing. Now, I said something earlier. I told us that you could use 3 sentences per paragraph. You could use one, two, three. You understand? Now, the reason why, okay, but I later said that I want us to use only one or two. Get, because I noticed that most of us, personally, I use one or two, but I noticed that most of us, our sentences are long. So when we end up using 3 sentences, we create what we call a word block, which is not really the best. Get, so I suggest for your work to be awesome, use only one or two sentences per paragraph, unless your client requests otherwise. However, in your introduction, you could use 3 sentences. Why? The reason is that it may not be very easy for you to introduce a keyword in the first 2 sentences. It will not be very easy, depending on your expertise. Get, as such, having a third sentence there in that paragraph will help you, introduce your keyword properly, and then having it captured within the opening paragraph. You get, but if you can get it done in the first and second paragraph, guys, just enter a new paragraph afterwards. You get, so assuming that our keyword, assuming, like I said, assuming that keyword is NFTs, this guy should just enter a new space straight off. Straight off. That's it. Then you bring this guy, up here or something. So let's just go. Now, what are NFTs? Okay, David gave us a new heading. What are NFTs? NFTs, also known as NFTs by insiders, stand for token. They are seen to be unique, have value, not be exchanged. NFTs is the largest digital phrase that people across the world have spent billions of dollars on. Wow, NFTs are digital item collectors, and there is nothing physical about them. Yet they are selling tremendously online. They are unique items. Okay. Okay. Now this is something David did that I love here. Look at this. Look, not David. It's CJ. Now these are look at the sentence. He said they are unique items that are live on the blockchain. Okay, that live on the blockchain and represent a piece of digital art that can be interchanged in the real world. Now, he made this blockchain bold, mean that this is a concept. You understand that could be explained further. So he created a new heading, which is what is blockchain. So he could explain this concept he just introduced. This is genius. This is awesome. I love it. But I have a problem with you. This heading you have here, what's blockchain, should be a heading 2, guys. I know you brought out this concept from the previous heading. However, It is not different, guys. It's not different. It's of the same ranking with this guy, with what the NFT is. This one is you're still explaining terms. So this guy and this guy are of the same cadre. So I'm going to bring this guy here. I'm going to make it a heading 2 now. It's not heading 2. Okay. Okay. How are NFTs created? NFTs can be created through this process. One, create a unique digital asset. This includes the creation of a photo, piece of art, or anything that can exist digitally uniquely. Before you start, you will need to choose the blockchain you will be issuing your NFTs. Examples of such blockchain include Tezos, EOS. Now, you're making the same mistake you did earlier. There's a space before this EOS. There's a space before this EOS. There's space before this EOS, and okay, guys, there's a space before this EOS, which should not be there. I've created the space. Okay, now these are steps. Okay, these are steps. Step 1, step 2, step 3, and the list goes on and on. You know, okay, I now have a problem with this. There's something that I just saw that I have a problem with the asset authentication. I told us that irrespective of whether you are writing at a heading 2, heading 3, heading 4, strive to ensure that you use title case. The first alphabet of your major words should be capitalized. This authentication should be A, capital letter A. Yeah, this place now put the created. This C, capital letter C. This A, capital A. This B. Oh, you know why I did not touch the D, the THE, the ON, and the A. The reason is that A and D are what we call articles. There are 3 articles, A, N, and D. It is another fourth, the fourth one, I don't know if it's the 3 that I know that I was taught in secondary school. Now, ON is a preposition. And in the rule of 30 case, in one of the styles, now there are 2 different styles of 30 case. The first style is the one that allows you to capitalize every alphabet of every first alphabet of each word in the title. That's the first one. The second one is the one that allows you to capitalize, the first alphabet of every word, except articles and conjunctions. That's what to work with. And in that case, this is okay this way. Let me check the first heading here. Okay. Digital asset. Okay, this thing. And then I love this article. How to buy NFTs. Now, guys, next time, this is a major heading. Heading 2 is a major headings. Instead of it to just go ahead and start listening to it first. You get, ensure you write a short ahead, editing your points under heading 2. Okay, guys, it's very important. It's very important. So, see, I hope you listen to these things I'm saying. I'm giving us corrections that will help your work, guys. It will help your work. Now, these are very, very simple things that most times you will not know until you've lost a client. And then the client will tell you that this is the reason why he called off a contract or called off the deal. You get outside NFT, the same thing. You get. I love this article. I love this article. I love this article. It's good. It's good. It is detailed. That's the main point. That's the word to use. It's detailed. It's comprehensive. It is great. Thank you very much for this article. It is great. It's acting up. I'm currently using what's it called? I'm currently using Ethel and acting up. Um, I don't know why. Okay, I think it's stable now. I was going to change to MTN, but it's stable now. Okay, now this article is good. I'm going to try out some other person's own. Honestly, JK has improved. JK has improved. Like his works are like, compared to the first assignment he did. There's been a great improvement. Okay, I'm going to check out the next person's own, which is that of Chioma Mogaha. Okay, let me check Chioma's work. Okay, let me share that screen. Now, Choma is making a mistake that I corrected earlier. You don't write this introduction in your article. Can everyone see this stuff? Please, if you can see my screen, let me know. If you can see my screen, let me know, please. Okay. If you're gonna see my screen, let me know, please. Yeah, I'm gonna check yours. I'm gonna check yours. Let me just go through it and numerically, in order. Um, Introduction. Yeah, she wrote introduction as a heading. I told us earlier that we don't do this stuff. Just write the introduction, but move it. She said, I don't know if you've heard a lot of talks on social media and news site lately concerning these NFTs of it. I don't know if you now this I don't know. It's not really very cool. I said something about I. Get I is first person pronouns. If you can use I comfortably when when the client wants you to use I, or if you at all costs strive to avoid first person pronouns. So, or the client is a person, not a business, and he expressly allows. So I don't know if you have any side idea on what's it about. Well, I made my research in order to have some basic ideas, understand what this NFT is all about, or what NFTs. This is sweet actually. I love the idea. I love the idea, and it's cool. However, the first person pronouns by told us. If you find it hard understanding what NFT is all about, then I think this is for you. Okay. Okay. She puts introduction. She put what's it called she puts table of content. But guys, remember what I told you guys. Let's next time you guys should start with a wowing introduction. You get this is a table of contents, which is not that bad. It's a good concept. But let's leave table of contents for now, guys. Let's leave table of content for now. Let's not put this stuff. Let's not put this stuff. Additional assets that allow that is only that is the only benefit that makes it okay, which is the only thing. It benefits the sound well there. There's sound well there. Well, let me leave that for now. If you want to compare, consider cryptos like Bitcoin. Okay? Pros and cons of NFTs. Hmm. Cons of NFTs. Now, if you go down this path, go down this path, the pros and cons here be a heading tree. Now, I'm seeing a mistake that Choma is making. Look at my left pen, what I just opened on the left pen. You see that Choma did the title heading one, what NFT heading two, pro and con NFT trade. No, yes, all these subtopics discussing, they are on their own. They are subheadings under ultimate guide for NFT. So take they should take the designation of heading two. You get this, how do people make money off them? Heading two. What you would have written itself is how do people make money off NFTs? How do people money off NFTs? Okay. What are the risk factors? Okay. The same thing, heading two. But if you see already, there are some, this one, basic errors she's making in her research and stuff, not in a construction of her words. Now, these pros, don't write it in capital letter or through PROS on your block letter to become PROS. Right. Okay, cons. Okay, now I think that looks better. Okay, now guys, whenever using pros and cons, use bullets for pros and cons. Okay. Okay. I think that looks better now. Okay. Okay. Okay, guys, just hold on a bit. Destiny says she can see. Destiny, can you see now? Like I said, go to settings, and when you go to settings, click on what's it called? Something David taught us. Go to settings, look for the image of video quality, and increase it. Increase it, and you start seeing. You start seeing. Yes. Now, since I'm using this system, I think I'll be able to access my Grammarly. think I think I think it's good now. Please, if you are still with me, let me know. There are only four persons live here. I don't know why others are not here with us. No why others are not here with us. But it's all good nonetheless. Please, I want to know before I continue. I need feedback. If you can see my screen, let me know. Okay, Destiny can see. Who else again can see my screen and can hear me clearly? Okay. Okay, so David can see and Grace can see, Chijo can see. Perfect. Thank you very much. Now, for some reasons, I feel I need to, you know, check out this article properly for certain things. I love that of my Grammarly earlier due to one or two reasons. So I'm going to log in back now so I can check this article for for plagiarism and certain other stuff. So hold on, guys. Okay, okay. You know, most times when some things are too good to be true, they are probably not true at all. Okay, the work is the works I've seen thus far, they look too good. So I want to check if the persons whose work have reviewed thus far, if they plagiarized. The network is messing me up with them. Okay, now why I wait for network to come up to allow me log in back? Let me just go back to reviewing the other ones. Okay, I think okay. Mhm. Okay, I think I'm in now, Grammarly. I'm in now. I've logged in. Okay, I've logged in. I've logged in. So I'll copy this stuff into my Grammarly workspace and then I'll share the screen. Just relax, guys. And then we'll know if any of these persons whose work have thus far, if they plagiarized or not. Okay, let me share that screen up. GB, I will check yours. Don't worry, I'll check yours. You know what? Just share. I'll check yours. Okay. Now I'm in my Grammarly environment. Just pasted the work now. First of all, are you seeing the errors? If you're seeing this Grammarly workspace, please let me know. If you're seeing Grammarly workspace, please let me know. I think the errors everywhere. I guess now grammatical errors and other things. Most of your works will have these errors too. You know, if you don't work in like the Grammarly, you may have these errors. So the overall score is 79%, which is not really so good. You should be targeting having 99% literally. I guess. So I'm currently checking for plagiarism. It's spinning. Um, it's spinning. Now, guys, are you seeing? It has 46% plagiarism. It has 46% plagiarism. This work has 46% plagiarism. Yes. This part was plagiarized. It was copied from a particular website. Yes. It was copied from a particular website. And you know, I told you something, you know, earlier then that plagiarism are not cool, man. It's not cool. Because this part was copied from another website. What was done here was like what was spinning. This part as a whole was copied from another website called benzinga.com. If you open that place now, you see this part in that blog or whatever it is. Why this other part was copied from that website called Sing Save or whatever. You get? Come on, this entire part was copied from here. From individuals and businesses use NFTs to represent from there downward. See what are the risks? We are copied from a particular website. Guys, why this stuff? Why this stuff? Why this stuff? Yes. I've known that most of you, plagiarize for the why. But then, I had not what's called said anything earlier because I had not really made that time to go through this or go not talk about background at all. You get. So about 46% plagiarism, copying, a full section straight up. It's unacceptable. It's not ethically correct. You get. I'm gonna check Chijuke's on now. Let me copy Chijuke's work and bring it to this place also. Okay. I want to clear. Let me clear the screen and then clear the screen. I'm gonna check Chijuke's on now. Let me see if you plagiarize too. Okay, Chijuke has 2% plagiarism. Okay, that's very fair. That's very fair. Now, note this stuff. You can have 1 to 3% plagiarism. Is allowed. Now, why I say so is that there are times in which you use words that you did not copy. Even said you check what plagiarism checker we just oppose the sentence against. You know that these are two different. Like this one now. They said that the president checker saw the similarities of this particular sentence from a site called hotwins.com, and what they're into is apps translation is very, very unrelated to what he wrote about. So these are perhaps what common phrases that different people may use, and president checker will call it an error. You see, so this one is very okay. The article is actually original, but that one I just reviewed now, man, that stuff is heartbreaking. It's heartbreaking. It's heart rending. It's heart rending. Okay, I'm going to check another person's one now. I think what I'm going to check first is plagiarism. If I check a work and plagiarism, there's no point even reviewing further. Okay. Next person's one is Destiny. Man, I'm disappointed. I'm feeling very bad about it. I'm checking Destiny's one now. Destiny's work. I just copied your work and I'm bringing it to the present checker straight up. Okay. Find the space and I'm pasting it. Let's see. Let's see. 85% plagiarism. 85% plagiarism. 85% plagiarism. Jesus. Wikipedia, you copy from Wikipedia, also copy from. Okay. If you guys think this stuff is not trustworthy, it's not telling truth, just hold on. I want to open the site where they say she copied from. Just hold on, guys. Just hold on, guys. I'm opening the site now. I'm going to share the screen once it opens. Now, I'm going to copy the opening paragraph of our work. I'm going to copy the opening paragraph of our work and then paste here so that when you're reading, when we switch over to the next one, you could actually read along. Okay, guys, hold on. I've copied the opening paragraph and I paste it as a comment there. Okay, so I'm going to change to the site they said she copied from. Now, guys, please compare and contrast and tell me if it's not so. NFTs are something you may have heard of lately. Look at that from that lately in the news or online, but are unsure of exactly what they are or how they work. So look at what she wrote. It's not the same thing. You get, we've put up together an all-inclusive guide to NFTs to teach you a bit more about what they are, what they're used for, how they work, and where you can choose them. It's not exactly the same thing. You get, guys, this is not cool. This is not cool one bit. You get, this is not cool one bit. This is not cool one bit. Read it and you see that it's exactly the same thing. The only thing she changed is you must have seen NFTs. That's the only thing she changed there. Every other thing was copied from this place. And it's worse because it doesn't stop there. Scrolling down, all these parts were also copied. All these parts were also copied. I don't know how to say, but I expect better from you guys. Like I expect better from you guys. You get, I expect better from you guys. Man, you can't understand how busy I am. In every humility and on every modesty, I'm very busy. Literally. I'm very busy. I literally work up to about 18 hours a day. Understand? And I'm always, money to money. When I'm done with this class, I still have jobs to submit this night, jobs that I need to edit and push out to the client this night. And I know that my going to bed may be around 3 or 4 a.m. So the time I'm using for this class, I could have used it to, you know, do some of this work and then maybe go to bed earlier by 2 a.m. Understand? But then I'm here teaching, bringing down my time, bringing my resources, and it's actually very disappointing, that end of the day when you do assignment, someone goes online and copy verbatim and give back to you. You get, if that's the way, there will be no need for this class. When client comes to you, copy work and give to them also. And the truth is that if you do this for any client, man, they're gonna block you for life. They won't have anything to do with you because nobody likes a plagiarized work. Nobody wants it one bit. Nobody wants it one bit. Get, no voila. Man, I'm disappointed. That's the truth. I'm going to Grace's work. Grace, I'm copying your work now into Grammarly. I'm copying your work into Grammarly now. Just pasted it now for plagiarism also. We're waiting for the results. 2%. Wow, that's awesome. 2% means that your work is original. Your work is original. Your work is original. Okay? I'll still come back to review your work. But what I'm going to focus on now is people's plagiarism, whatever. And if you change your work now, I can know if you edited your work now. Let me just even check so to know if anyone's work was edited now. Let me check. I didn't want to be this, apply scrutiny to, things like this because I believe, every one of us knows what to do and do it right. And well then, let me check and see. Okay. Okay. Let me just see. Very recent changes were made to this document. Very recent changes made to this document, but then these changes could not have given us this output in a short while. So that's it. Now let me check the next person's work. Anne's work. Okay. Anne's work. Okay. I'm bringing it here also. bringing in Ant's work into this place to check for plagiarism as well. Ant's work has 12% plagiarism. 12 is massive actually. 12 is massive. 12 is massive. Yeah, 12 is massive. It's massive. Massive. Guys, man, I don't feel like reviewing any more assignment again, that's the truth. I don't feel like reviewing any more assignment again. It's it's man, you understand. You understand, but I don't feel like reviewing more assignments. Once I read those far, I'm not impressed. Let me check it. Okay. Someone else posted again, Jason. Jason posted another one. And then okay, Chiku posted a has as well. Now Chisholm's own 2% means it's original. But then your is actually you actually need now NFTs. NFT is plural. You can say what is NFT, but you can't say what is NFTs. You can say what are NFTs. You get, there's a different group of them. Now, your 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 work has a lot of punctuation errors, just some punctuation errors that you need to fix. I'm going to show you guys how to go about that much later. Okay, now let me check. Chisom, Precious is on Precious work for plagiarism. Plagiarism. It's loading. It's currently checking the entire internet. 5%. 5% seems low, but it's still not acceptable. Okay, it's not acceptable at all. The goal is to have 3% or less. Even 0%, yeah, that's the goal. So 5% is not acceptable. Now, the gamma shows you where it was copied from, and so you could actually restructure the sentence to make it good and stuff. So man, Jesus Christ, this is not cool one bit. It's not cool one bit. Now I think that's it. What I had in mind just today, I'm gonna keep that side and go to another center. Let me just show you guys how to do research, so that perhaps this is gonna help you guys from save you guys from plagiarizing next time. Let me show you guys how to do research. I didn't want to teach that stuff now, but due to the issues I'm seeing here, I'm going to show us how to do research. How to do research. Now, I think someone else has approached me before now, telling me that she doesn't know how exactly to get things done. How to get things done. Okay, so just hold on a bit. Let me show us how to go about that. Okay. Please, I'm trying to open your me documents for this. How to do research. Okay, so let me share that screen with you guys. Just hold on, guys. Okay. Okay, now I'm going to show us how to do research. I want to show you how I write my articles. Okay. The first thing to do when writing an article is to have a draft. So what I'm going to do now is this. I'm going to share my entire screen with you guys. So anything I open, you see it straight up. Okay. Anything I'm doing now, you've seen it straight up instead of me going one by one. Okay, so let me what I just did now. I'm sure that it's working the way it ought to work. So let me check. If you all this I'm opening now, all this page, if you are seeing them the way I'm opening them, please let me know. Please let me know. Get it means that this Namdina is working. Okay. Okay, perfect. I think it's working. I think it's working. Now, this is it. How to do research. I want to show you how to do research. Or let's say how to write a blog post. Let me write it. How to write a blog post. How to write a full-fledged blog post. Now, if you're given a topic, two things are possible here. Possible here. The first is that you'll be given a topic, a title to write on. So you already know what you're writing on. That one is easier. The one you may find a little bit difficult, which is not really difficult, but you may find it a little bit difficult, is when you are given keywords. You are given the keywords to use, and then you are asked to make a title after the keyword you're given. At times you may be given two keywords, at times you may be given more than that. Now, if you're given keywords and not the title, what you should do is to um, make one of the keywords your primary keyword. Making a keyword a primary keyword means that that's the keyword you want to rank for. That's the keyword, that's the main keyword you want to rank for, and that's the keyword you want to bring into your title. So when you're thinking of a title befitting for the keywords, you look for a title that contains that primary keyword you have in your mind or you've prioritized already. You get it? As such, that keyword also should be in the first paragraph, as I told us earlier, another key place in the article. You get it? So this is it. This is my blog post. First is title. This is a draft. Get a draft. You get an introduction. Get your. Okay, let me just list it out. Get your title and keyword, if any. Now, clients may not give keywords always. That's why I said if any. If you have keywords, if any, you may not be given keyword, and it doesn't ask you to get keywords good and fine. You write the title you have in mind. Get the title and keyword, then get research for read about it. Read about the topic online. The goal is to read to understand. The goal is to read and understand the concept. Now, why most of you could plagiarize is that you don't understand what NFT is all about. You get it? You don't understand what NFT is all about. Someone said, okay, wow, you couldn't see, man. I'm sorry, guys. Okay, if that's the case, I didn't know it's. Wait, please, if you're not seeing my screen, if all the things I've been doing on how to write a blog post page is not showing, please let me know. Let me know. Someone is saying that you can see. If you can't see, forward it to the end where I am or something like that, because I think it should be clear. You guys should be seeing. Yes, you can see, forward it to the end where I am. You guys. Now, as I was saying, The goal is for you to read and understand the concept, guys. Let me tell you one thing. Anything we are doing here, like I said, you are not doing it for me. I'm not giving you certificates. There is no certificate attached to this course we're doing here. I'm not if I give you certificate, I'm deceiving you. Anybody that gives you certificate after 2 weeks writing training is deception. I say anybody. I don't care what the person is. It's deception. Because as individuals, we don't have the capacity to certify you as competent enough to show share expertise in a particular field. We don't have the power to do so. The persons that can give you certifications are organizations, corporate bodies, institutions, and not local institutions for that matter, not one people that will call you, they'll call writing school in Abeokuta or in Lagos. Those certifications they will give to you, those documents, they don't hold water. You can't go to the bank with them. You can't do anything with those papers. You get so all you can get from this class is mastery. All you can get from this class is a skill. It's a skill. You knowing this stuff, knowing to the bones, knowing in and out. Okay. And one thing that you should also that you're going to take home at the end of this class is that if you strive to write articles yourself, if you strive to read and understand articles yourself, you'll be vast in many fields. There's nothing in all humility you want to ask me now that I won't have an idea about. I went to see what's it called I went to see somebody today, a property manager somewhere, and she mentioned something earlier today. One term she mentioned, I've never heard of that term before. Yes, but I have done articles for a client on that particular industry. So when she called that term, I told her that this term you mentioned, that this is a term they use for this concept in Nigeria. The over in the States is called something else. I said it to her. And she somehow did not accept. But I was very sure about what I said. You get what I called for her. So that's her own field. But what I called for her, she didn't even know it. It means that by just being a writer, I was able to go steps above the average person, steps above someone in our own field. That is what is known for you. So if you don't read to understand the concepts, you will plagiarize or you will write things that do not hold water, things that looks like a child's play. And that's not what we're doing here, guys. We're not doing that stuff here. I want you to know this stuff, own it own it as a property, own it very well. So after getting entitled, next thing you do is go online to read the topic and understand the concept, like understand it properly. The only way you understand that's when you can actually be able to write about it. You may want to read a full article on it to understand properly. Yeah, this is what I do. This is what I do. It's what I do. And then scan through a couple of articles on the subject and see the headings they used. Now, this one is very important. When you scan through the articles, while you're reading them, you're going through them, you're not looking to read everything. Look at the headings they used. It's very important. Those headings are similar what you could also adopt for your article. If you notice, everybody that I review your work, I think most of you guys that review the work this night, most of you have a heading called "What is NFTs?" Instead of "What are NFTs?" It means that somebody you could have seen, you saw it somewhere. So most of you actually probably read from the same place, and the person made a mistake writing "What is NFTs?" and you also copied and wrote "What is NFTs?" instead of "What are NFTs?" You get? So assuming the guy is correct, assuming the person wrote the right phrase, it informed your choice of headings. The headings you use go a long way in determining the kind of information you want to release to your readers. You get? I'm gonna okay. Let me just do an example here. Um, I'm gonna write an article on NFTs. Okay, engine raises nearly. Engine, are you kidding me? Price will go up for this coin. Okay, guys, let me show you something. Let me just give you a sneak peek of something. Coin market cap. There's a coin called Engine. It's a cryptocurrency that if you're into cryptocurrency, this I'm showing you now, you will appreciate it. If you're not into cryptocurrency, good and fine. But something I just saw now, Engine is a coin. Is a coin. Is a coin. Let me search for it. Just hold on. We're not out of what we're doing. This is me doing research. So I'm trying to look for how to write about. I'm writing about this stuff, and I saw an information out that I consider valuable. Okay, the news made them rise by only 5%. For those of you that are crypto inclined, this guy will rise to the moon very soon. I won't say more than that. Okay, I've closed it. Now, NFTs again. When you search for NFTs, these are what you're seeing here. Yeah. Now, currently, NFT is not a very popular term. 10,000 monthly search results for NFTs in the entire US. Yes, the entire US. If you come down here, you see deleted was my Chrome is different from yours. I know it's very different from yours, so don't worry. So I'm not seeing what I'm looking for on how. Okay. This is a suggestion. I'm seeing what are NFTs and why are some worth millions. I could open this stuff, open a new tab. So I said NFTs explain what they are and why they are suddenly blah blah blah. I am opening also. Get, I'm opening also. Now, guys, avoid Wikipedia. Avoid Wikipedia. Wikipedia may not give you what you're looking for, guys. You may not, man, at all costs. Avoid it. Avoid it. Okay, now you can see what I opened now. The one on BBC. BBC is a news. Is news station, but they still reported something on this. What's an NFT? How do NFTs work? I think the headings they are giving us. What's an NFT? How the NFTs work? What stops people from copying digital art? Now, this question you are seeing here now, you may not understand this question until you've read the preceding headings. NFT is basically a concept, a technology that allow people's art to be sold as digital copies over the internet. Yes, it's very funny, but then it's worth billions. It's worth millions rather. It's an industry that's just developing, and over the next couple of years, it's gonna blow up like really much. Okay. But the buyer of the NX one the token that proves the country network compared to buying. Okay. Okay. Now we've seen two headings already. Let me go back to my document. We've seen two headings. What are headings we've seen thus far? One is what is an NFT? That's first. One is how do NFTs work? Then I again. Okay, let me take these guys on and see what they have here. Do you see somehow? This man here also have a similar heading. They didn't give us a title. They didn't give us what's called. They don't have what's an NFT. Okay, they have what's an NFT. Yeah, what's an NFT? They have it here. And the next thing they have is how the NFTs work. You get. What is worth picking up at the NFTs per market? Okay, they're going further. I don't like that heading. You mean like people buy? I don't like this heading. I don't like this heading. No. I'm not going further again with these guys. Okay. Okay, they've overstayed their welcome. I'm closing them. So what I've gotten thus far, okay. Oh, look at another heading here. What are NFTs worth? What are NFTs worth? I'm gonna open this one. What are NFTs worth? You get? Or how much are NFTs worth rather? How much are NFTs worth? Okay. Okay. I've seen two, I've opened two articles thus far and they're giving what they have. I'm going to check other people. I'm checking other blogs to see what they have on the subject of NFTs. Guys, this is how you write articles. You need to do this. I'm just doing peripheral research here, just to show you how to go about it. If I was going to write about this, I'm going to read about this extensively. I'm going to read about it extensively to understand the full scope of the concept before I start writing. Now, I've opened another blog, and this is a heading: confused about NFTs. Here's all you need to know. They have that same title, what's an NFT. It means that most persons are typically searching for what is an NFT or what are NFTs. This is one of the that how the NFTs work. You see, everybody uses that same heading. Same left out. That heading is what people want to look out for. Someone again wrote, where can I buy NFT tokens? You get, wow, this one looks good. I like this heading. I'm gonna bring it back into my space. So you are seeing my collection of headings, right? Now, I'm going to check more to see if there's another one I can borrow. Okay. Who's been using NFTs? Who's been using NFTs? I don't like that one. I don't think it's interesting enough and heading to bring up to the space. Okay. With that, why are NFTs controversial? Okay, can anyone make an NFT? I think can anyone make an NFT sounds better than what NFTs are controversial. Can anyone make an NFTs? These are questions people want to answer, man. These are stuff people are looking out for. Okay. I think that's all. That's all. Now, when you are done getting your headings, you get. Okay, we have where can I buy NFT tokens? If you can have where can I buy NFT tokens, you can also write where can I sell NFT tokens. I think UK wrote something similar to this. We have something similar to this. So these are the four headings I want to write about. And then I will put my conclusion. And I also have introduction, right? Although you won't write the head introduction. Now, here's a complete piece. But guess what? The word count I was given is very limited. I was given 1,000 words. So I may not exhaust these headings in just 1,000 words. I said I may not. What you look at for now is which one do you prioritize? Which one do you prioritize? You prioritize a couple of them so that if your word count gets exceeded, you will have done something good. But before I do that, ask yourself a question: how can I split my 1,000 words? That's the big question you're going to ask yourself now. I'm showing you guys how I write articles statistically. Ask yourself. The big question to ask, the big question is, okay, how do I split the 1,000 words across the different headings without writing too much or too less? Yes, that's the question. How do I split the 1,000 words across the different headings without writing too much or too less? The mistake people make is that they don't allocate what's it called? They don't allocate word count early to their headings. They don't allocate word count early to their headings, and it goes a long way in affecting the outcome of their work. They may end up start looking for how to just rush up a particular session, and that session will suffer a great deal of loss. You get? I want to see if there's any comments. No comments for me. So I'm going back to where I was. Okay. Now that section ends up suffering a great deal of loss. Okay. I told us earlier that introduction should be 50 to 150 words. Yes. So let me assume I allocate um let's say 150 words here. 150 words. What's the next thing? You ask yourself now, how many words do I want to allocate in other places? The first thing you do after allocating introduction is to allocate, after allocating word count to introduction, is to allocate word count to your conclusion. Conclusion should be about 50 words. Out of 1,000 words, we've taken 150 plus 50, which is 200 words. Now you left with 80 words. Can you do justice? Can you do justice on this other section using only 800 words? That's what you ask yourself. If it's not possible, you take a shit pill. You get. But then I think it's possible. I think it's possible. I could come here and write words here. Write 200 words here. This one, 200 words here. Yeah. 200 words here. This one, 200 words here. Man. Okay. And 200 words here. Now, if you do this stuff, you see that you are already having more than the word count. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. This is 1,400 words. Note this: clients do not pay you for extra word outside of what you guys agreed on. So don't kill yourself trying to overwrite. Don't kill yourself trying to overwrite. What you should do in this instance is for you to look for the section you want to remove words from, or section you want to remove completely. You get? Now, this where can I buy NFTs and where can I send it? I think they can be together. Anybody that is, if you come to a place where they buy, it means someone is selling, obviously. If you come to a place where they buy, somebody is selling. So I could delete this where can I buy NFT token. I can actually say where can I buy or sell NFT tokens. Yes, it means in that way. However, where can I buy NFT tokens is a keyword. You will not understand. It's a keyword. So I will have to remove this or sell and just have where can I buy NFT token as the keyword I want to use for this stuff. Yes. So this is 200 words on its own. Now, from 1,400 words, I've stepped down the entire word count to 1,200 words. That's fabulous, actually. That's awesome. Now, can anyone make an NFT? Okay, I'm still looking for how to have everything if it's possible. You get, but if I cannot answer this question with small word count, I may just do away with this section. Just do away with it. Or look for how to bring that answer into this other stuff. Okay, like the how do NFTs work? The question I removed now, I can answer it inside this section. That's the point. End of the day, we are seeing something like we are seeing already 1,000 words. We're seeing 1,000 words already, and that's fantabulous. So if you have this structure all set, you know what you're looking for. So when you're looking for what's an NFT, you are not willing to write more than 2,000 words, or you are 200 words rather. You get? You are, when I say 200 words, guys, understand though, it doesn't mean 200 words on the dot. You get? It means plus or minus 200 words. That's what it means. You get? So don't be looking for 200 exact words. This entire stuff is to guide you, so you will not spend so much time in one section at the detriment of the others. So we're having 200 words here, 200 words in next one, and stuff like that. Now, what you're going to do is that for you to write each of these sections, this is the main point, guys. For you to write each of these sections, you will typically search for it on its own. What it means that, what is an NFT? You copy it, go to your browser, and search for it on it as a topic of its own. To understand holistically what people are saying about it. Now, the blogs we checked earlier, they may provide answers. They provide answers to some good and fine, but I typically like getting answers from about maybe 1, 2, 3 blogs
on each of the headings, so that I will not end up having a stereotyped article, an article that is just tailoring or mirroring another person's work. Now, the stuff somebody did here, I'm not mentioning the person's name, is that the person spin a work. Now, spinning means that you are just looking for similarities, or let's say words that words that are nearest in meaning to it. Just it's naturally your work actually. If you know what that means in Igbo, you get you convert the active voice to passive voice, so that it does not look like it's the same thing. That's spinning. It is not right. It's not professional at all. It does not speak well of you. So when you search for each section on its own, like what's an NFT, you search for what's an NFT, open different blogs, open different results, and see what they wrote on what's an NFT. You get, you will have a balanced idea of the concept. So you will not have to copy that stuff. You've read, you understood it. You get, maybe while you're writing it, maybe still looking at that stuff to understand. Because you are not, obviously you are new to this stuff. You will still have to reference that stuff, their blog, read their article back to back as you're writing your own stuff to have a better idea. But it's different from someone that just come online, copy and go paste somewhere. You get. So I have opened an article was an NFT. I could just literally read this here, read through to understand. Read through to understand. When I'm done reading, I will look for another one again, another article, on NFT. Read and understand also. So when I've read and understand, I will know the one that did most justice to the question. If it's this article one that did most justice to the question, I may try to put my throw my weight on them. Cast like more like it's not like copying, more like I'm trying to actually wisdom from what they wrote. So I will read their own stuff, understand their own stuff, and write it in my own words. That's one section. You get? Do the same thing for section 2. Read, understand different blogs, get the idea, and then you write your own. Do the same thing for number 3 and number 4. That is the way to go about it, guys. That's the way to go about it. You don't have business with Wikipedia. You don't have business with Wikipedia. Avoid Wikipedia, guys. In short, avoid all wiki sites. Anything like the wiki sites, WikiHow, wiki this, wiki that. Avoid it. Most times, the structure and the tone they use is not something that you may get accustomed with. You get, if you, especially when you are an upcoming writer, you may make certain mistakes. You get, so avoid this this I mentioned, and do research, do diligence, and you get your stuff right. You get. Now, I said something here, scan through. After you've done your headings and you've done the actual writing, the next thing you do is keyword check. Now, keyword check is if you're given a keyword and you want to attain a keyword density. Suppose you're given a keyword of let's say you asked to use one keyword up to 10 times. When you're done writing, go through it and check if the keywords were used properly. If they're not used properly, look for how to skillfully start change some sentences so it will fit in. Yes, just skillfully put it into the right places. Just skillfully. When you're done putting it and you're sure that you've attained the number of times recommended or advised or requested by your clients, the next thing you're going to do will be to proofread and edit. Yes, proofread and edit. You go through your work thoroughly, ensure there's no error, no grammatical punctuation errors or whatever. When you're done with these things, guys, your work is set for submission. This is how I edit my work. This is how I write my stuff. This is what I do typically. End of the day, you see that I've read through 10 to 20 articles, literally. And see, the beauty is that you'll not be the same. I see they do the client recently, and why I could see that it was the concept he was introducing, the concept he was talking about is something that I know already. And I know that if there are competitors for that job, if there are other persons vying to get that contract, I know, somehow I may have an upper hand over them because, man, come on, I know this stuff, and I didn't know this stuff because I studied this in school. The entire industry he was talking about is something that I learned or I got accustomed with while doing my writing job. You get, recently it was announced that the state of New York, they legalized marijuana. You get, so recently legalized. They call it recreational marijuana. Now, um, 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 I know a lot of jobs will come out as a result. Like many jobs will come out very very soon for that, and I'm very well prepared for that because prior to now I've done some jobs on medical marijuana. Now, it's not like the one they smoke in your area, the go boys and everything. There's marijuana that is used for medicine. You get, it's called CBD, and when you start looking at that, at marijuana generally, what makes it a medical marijuana is the percentage composition of CBD in it or THC in it. Now, these two things I mentioned are the integral component of cannabis. If a client called me tomorrow that wants me to now write a medical journal on this stuff, I will pitch myself very well. The interview will be sweet. Because during the course of my journey as a writer, I've done this job for clients already. I've researched on this stuff. I know what they entail. I know at what points you will take it and it becomes intoxicating. Not because I've tasted it, I've not smoked it before, but I researched it online. At other times, you may have to even watch YouTube videos for it. That's the funny thing. At other times, you just have to watch YouTube videos to have a perfect picture of it. There's a job I might do for one of my clients, and that particular job, before I write, I will have to go on YouTube to watch videos on it, guys. Without watching the video, you may find it difficult writing about it. Now, watching videos is that it's sweet because you're gonna see somebody explain this stuff live to you. Somebody explains to you one on one. There's interaction. It makes more sense. It becomes live. When you do these things, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, then become a part of you, so that you may not even need to go through these hassles to write a very clean and sweet article. So, guys, this is it. This is it. I think I've said a lot already. And I've said a lot already. So I don't think I need to say much again. I don't think I have to say much again. Nothing else, guys. Any question? I think we're gonna call it up, wrap it up here tonight. Any question, guys? Every other part of this stuff I'm going to discuss. I'm really not very so willing to talk about much things again. The entire plagiarizing stuff, knocked me off. So I think I'm going to consider by tomorrow. Everything I want to discuss, we'll leave it pending tomorrow. Yes. Now, if you know the assignment, please do the assignments. See, I keep saying this stuff. I am a writer. It pays my bills. Yes, I have this already. Original copy created by me, signed, sealed, and stamped, or stamped and sealed. It's my copy already. I'm giving you one for yourself. I'm giving you a copy of yourself. As funny as it sounds, 2 persons from this class have already been given what's called job opportunities already. Get it? And the class has not yet ended. Understand? I told us some time ago that I have a couple of friends that run writing agencies, and they need writers. Get it? And some of them are looking up to this class to get more writers from it. Every time I put up writing class, without exaggeration, at least 5 persons get a job. 5 persons get a job, and these are reasonable jobs. You get it? So you are doing yourself a favor when you take this thing serious. You get it? It becomes yours. It becomes a property. When you do assignment, it helps me to know your growth level. It helps me to know if what you are doing is okay. If you notice properly also, you will know that I am not stereotyped on the curriculum. You get, nothing stopping me from recording a video and use the same video for everybody whenever I want to do a class. Just give you guys the same video. It's not stopping from that. But I will not achieve the goal. And the goal is for me to understand everybody's pain points and help them rise as writers, irrespective of whatever challenge may be. Yes, that's why I meticulously ensure that I do new videos regularly. I have a live class with you. If you don't understand something, you tell me you don't get it, and I go back again, I retreat. That's the goal, guys. You understand? So I so much need you guys to put your best in this stuff. Do the assignment. It's not easy. Yes, you're not used to this life of writing 1,000 words a day or stuff. Come on, I can do that easily, but you may not be able to do that easily because this is not your world, this is not your field. However, if you want to be a content writer, you will learn how to be disciplined. Now, see, the profession itself needs like complete discipline. Most times I had a challenge with one of my furniture guys, the guys that were meant to one of my one of my beds in my apartment. I had to change one of them, and I asked the guy to get me something good. End of the day, the guy did a very, very terrible job. Each time I call him to come fix it, he keeps saying this one, that one, different stories. What I just look at is the what I just see is the lack of integrity. I just see the lack of every professional ethics. See, you don't treat your client with disdain. You don't treat the client with disdain. If you don't have integrity of time, you will not get good clients. You will not. Now, when I give you guys, assignments, give you just 1 day timeline is for you to understand how the industry works. An industry, how far you go is how willing you are to compromise your comfort. Yes, to compromise your comfort. Bible says a little sleep, a little slumber, a little folding of hands, and poverty overtake you. In the real world, in the industry, deadline is of high importance. If you don't know how to beat deadlines, if you are full of excuses, man, you can't go find this stuff. That's the point. That's that's the truth. You can't tell your client that you went to church. For some of us that are Christians here, you can't tell your client that why you did not deliver your article is that you went to church. That's a very dumb excuse to give. Your client is not even a Christian. Your client is an atheist, probably. You think he went to church. That's why, you will give more reason why people will say all these Christians are like this. Or you tell me you went to mosque to pray for on Friday. You don't give those excuses. You don't know there was no light in your house. Come on, if that was a job interview, would you not look for a way to get the job done? That's the point there. What I look at most of when guys tell me assignment, some people don't assignment very, very late and stuff, and I look at it and I just smile. This night I'm going to remove a person in the group. You get it? At least you can still come online by 9 p.m. and watch the videos we're going to do. But I'm going to remove a person in the group. The reason is simple. They are not participating. You get it? They're not participating or they're not submitting assignment on time. And I want you to get this discipline. I want you to learn this stuff. Beyond learning the art, you need to learn the discipline. One of the things that taken me very far in my writing profession is that I learned to beat deadlines. I don't have excuses. The people that work with me knows that, man, I call 247. I call 247 just to ensure that you're doing the job. If you have any reason not to get it done, let me know on time so I can send it to another person to do. The point is that the client job must be delivered, no matter what. Even if someone fell sick, it must be delivered. Because these are businesses that depend on you. So when you come, when I receive messages from people telling me that, okay, that they had a very stressful day or they had lectures, they went from I just see, to be very, very frank, I just see people that are not very serious. They don't understand how the profession works or how the industry works. You must be willing to compromise your comfort. Someone pressurizing could be as a result of the fact that the person didn't start early, he was rushing to just get the job submitted, and then he wants to learn copy. It doesn't change the fact that he did a terrible job. It's part of the poetics actually. I'm not saying this to make anybody feel bad. I'm telling you the truth because I want you to grow. I want you to become bosses of your own tomorrow. I want you to own writing firms tomorrow. I want you to earn good money writing. But these little things count. Man, guys, it's enough. I've said a lot of stuff tonight. I don't want to keep boring you guys with this. I know you're already bored. Guys, thank you very much for your time. I really appreciate all you've done, all your time, your everything. God bless you all. God bless you all. If you have any question, please drop it in the class. Now, those of you that have the assignment, please submit it. Please submit it. I'll give more assignment again this night. I'll give one assignment again this night. I'll give one this night. I'll give one this night. Submitting it, and we'll be having it back on Friday. We don't have class on Thursdays. I normally go to church on Thursday, having church program on Thursday. So Thursdays are not free for me one bit. Our next class will be on Friday, and the same time I'm going to give us tonight. Let's just try and submit it tomorrow night. Tomorrow at least 8 p.m. latest. 8 p.m. latest. So guys, thank you very much. God bless you. Have a nice night rest. If you have any question, come to the group and ask it, and I'll give you a response when I can. Please, DMs are not for me. I don't reply messages on time, please. I prefer the group stuff. Thank you very much.